Only Lanturn can defeat Ganon. We all know it. Did you know that Lanturn hit #1 on the ladder recently? Hclat was using it. There's a great live stream by Zetts I was watching. Interviewing Hclat himself about the process. Thought I'd use the team, give it a go. What a world we live in. So that such concepts are possible. I think Hclat could get out of here. Probably. I'm going to go to Skarmory. You know what? There's so likely to be a magnet in here. We're gonna have to aggressively. Or could it be? Could you be punching? I hope you're not punching me. I think you're going magnet, and that's true. You did. It's blue offense. We know it. We know this to be. I'll throw out a rock slide. I hope that chip doesn't matter. That would suck. I'm actually not bulky enough to live that one. That's absolutely regrettable. Yeah, we got HP. I suppose we don't have enough to live a Doug Earthquake. That's... Wow, I mean... That's a bold move there. Maybe the Doug is EV to live a Tyranitar Earthquake. I don't know. But that's unfortunate for Jim. We're off to a rough start, aren't we? It's Mag... You know, it's not Blue Offense, it's Mag Doug. I'm just processing this. We have Mag Doug Gaming. It's probably Pursuit-Tar, and then it's all in on Snorlax. That's what we're probably looking at. I don't know if preserving Skarmory is even possible here. I'm going to go to Salamence. If you'll allow me to. If you'll allow it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I am speedier. I thought maybe a Swampert comes in. I'm throwing out shots and they're all missing. And they're calling me the worst player to ever do it. That's okay. I'm going to Dragon Claw if I may. If I may. We'll throw out a flamethrower. Let's just be more straightforward here. And now I will... I'm going to double to Gengar. As long as the fans don't call me insane, which they might be. They might be... Oh boy, Suicune, huh? I'll just Thunderbolt it. Oh, critical hit is certainly outstanding for Jimothy. That's brought me back into the conversation. Undeservedly, perhaps. Undeservedly. His Hera Sif. Hello? Are you going to click Rock Slide? I bet you will. And now I go to Salamence. Oh, you clicked Megahorn crit? I deserve it, I deserve it. You did literally just... I've burned the Snorlax. I was going to say, you literally did receive a crit from me. I crit you, you crit me, and now we're okay, but I'm even better because I have achieved just monumental levels of gaming possible. I thought that maybe they wouldn't go Magneton this time. It's okay, we'll get the layer up. I'm happy to actually get a layer up in a world where Snorlax is burnt and Sand is up. I think I can live with that. I can live with something like that. And right here, I actually think Salamence is insanely well poised because we're faster than enemy Salamence. Snorlax can't come in. Hera can't come in. Probably the best move from my opponent here is to sack Mag. I would think. Maybe then you go Salamence to intim me to preserve your Snorlax's livelihood, but I don't even know how fruitful that will be for Apple player. Will they be able to eat of the fruit that they bear? Will this bear fruit for them? Fruit bearing? Are we going to be seeing fruits? Are we going to be seeing any fruits? Please tell me. Snorlax in, taking a lot from all angles. And I believe that's your win condition eliminated. You could still lose to the Hera. Don't get cocky now. Because the Hera can still absolutely end my days. Lanturn is providing little. That's okay. I might go Lanturn here. because it's even if you Earthquake, I don't care. And you didn't Earthquake, so I actually get to use the guy for a Surf. Or should I should Toxic the Salamence. Are you going Salamence or Magneton? I think you're afraid Magneton dies to a Surf. So you would not. I'm going to Toxic the Salamence. Is that crazy? They're calling me crazy worldwide. They're saying that I don't know what I'm doing and I never have. I view this Lanturn as rather expendable. I don't care for it. I'm gonna go here and we're gonna sort of get a free KO against absolutely anything because I'm smart. Magneton is gonna be thrown to the birds. Dugtrio in. I'm gonna go Gengar first. I thought you might do one of those. Who do you think you are? Alright, well. There's no fruit to be bared from such a thing. There's no apple to eat. No, no, no. Eating of the apple is not an option this time. That's a slow Dug. That might have been actually bulky enough to live the Earthquake from before. Considering it's damn slow to that extent. And we've got our first victory. We do indeed. Lanturn, you could say it existed there to enable a nice turn one exit point, and it did Toxic a Heracross, and it was a switch in for some time. There was switch inning. I switch, you switch. Medicham. We're getting lead matchups that are perhaps not the best. But honestly, this isn't even too bad because we have a pretty easy Salamence in. I think a Salamence in goes kind of insane. You got to be careful of what you got to be careful of is a potential sort of bad luck Brian situation. You know what I mean, folks? Am I making any sense? Like a bad luck Brian scenario could really end you. No, what I mean to say is a Magneton. We got Medi Snorlax. Magneton radar is going off. I don't think you got Punch on this one. Call it a 6th sense. Are you going to double to Mag? Go ahead, do it. Make my day. I don't mind because you exited on the Metagross. I think I don't mind this. We can be okay with something like this. We can accept something like this. Allow me to import this in the calculator. Yes, at some stage I will get Calc-Dex, folks. At some stage I will. It won't be today, but one day it will happen, and you'll all be pleased maybe. That was Northern Lion Twitch VOD, forgive. That's the wrong tab, sorry. Sorry everybody. Sorry folks. That's not what you came here to see. That's not what you came here for. Not even a little bit. Here's Snorlax back again. I have Metagross, who is able to... I mean, we could keep this pretty simple and just mash you for 41 percentile. Alright, call me crazy. I'm going to Agil here. Oh, what do you know? I got +1 attack in the face of a... I think we're just quaking. I'm fortunate to get that attack raise, so I must admit it. Am I one-shotting Salamence? I might just blow up here for safety purposes, because a miss would be devastating. Is that smart? I think I've surely got enough steam to get rid of everything else. We're going to blow up for safety. No need to take a risk, and it would seem that Snorlax is in range of Brick Break, I think. Yep. Here's Suicune. How do you handle this? Well, I think we're fine. We just got to think about it for a second. Suicune. Even if it's modest rest talk, is it faster than the Lanturn? I think no. Then you go Gengar. Then you explode. Oh, okay. This is also fine because I think I go Lanturn and just Thunderbolt, and I'm faster, so we get the first strike and we're good. Insane work. Insane work. Lanturn, we don't have water absorb, much to the dismay of Suicune haters, but we have Volt absorb for an electric immunity if you're interested in all that. If you're interested in that kind of gaming scenario. I don't know, that's the thing about subjectivity, is that I could believe the things I believe and you can believe the things you believe, and then all we're left with is just the dirt beneath us. And we can pretend that that means anything, but really it doesn't. I'm just clicking a button that makes a circle spin around. Kind of looks like the recycling logo on the recycling bins. It spins around and next to it says searching, but what am I searching for? Searching for purpose? Searching for a distraction? A distraction in this... In a rather cruel world. A relatively cruel world. Does Lanturn... We're going to import Hclat's Lanturn. We truly do. Because this is different to the Super Epic Ampharos Lanturn. It's different to various different Lanturns. We're not one-shotting Skarmory, so... Would Skarmory be crazy enough to toxic me? I'm going to substitute here. They spiked up. Okay, they might roar now. But at least in this reality, we're not getting toxic on the Lanturn, right? I thought maybe... I don't know what people do in the face of Lanturn. Maybe they toxic. Who knows? Okay, we have this. I'm going to Wisp here. It's Celebi, huh? It's Celebi. I think I go here and I want to get layers. I can tank Leech Seed in the interim period. I'm going to taunt this. I got more speed creep than you. Okay, I guess we'll allow this to heal a lot because I want to... Maybe they play around taunt. They taunted us. Interesting. This is where I go to Gengar Sif and we Will-O-Wisp because it hits either Skarmory or the switch in very well. And this right here is where we go to own Skarmory once again. And right here I want to... Okay, what kind of Tyranitar are we looking at? I'm going to click Roar just as a scouting measure. It looks like Swampet's on the field now. Which is one of the most intriguing things that has ever happened to me. Really. Because Swampert is dangerous. I'm actually in some trouble. I have to admit it to all of you. I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm in a spot of trouble. I am. I'm kind of... I haven't written a will yet, but I think I should, because I think my time is coming. I really hope this is Mono Swampert, because this Lanturn set destroys that. Like... Okay, am I going Metagross? I might stay in Peck once. Call me insane. Okay, we survive Hydro Pump. But at what cost? I'm worried about going to Salamence because Ice Beam... You could click Ice Beam here and it's the correct move. Because Ice Beam here... I think we'll go Metagross on the Ice Beam, then Salamence on the possible Earthquake / Earthquake or... Hydro Pump. Stomper can live, but so can I. And we dealt with Swampert. We took a big hit in the process, but we have dealt with Swampert. And even if I died for that, I was bringing Swampert low enough to be Spikes vulnerable. So I think that's positive for a fellow like myself. We can just Brick Break here. I don't think that was a good switch in. I'll be honest to you. I don't think that was very fruitful. Okay, am I just Brick Breaking here? I don't actually think so. No. I think no. I think I go Skarmory first and just... Okay, we're sacrificial almost, but... That's Thunderbolt Blissey. Folks, that is Thunderbolt selected. I think it's Lanturn's time. Although Celebi can come in, but I can Toxic the Celebi. I can Toxic it to apply pressure to it and create something. I can create something out of this. I served there. I surfed. I think I sort of have a checkmate scenario because it'll allow me to do a bit of a calculation. The fans are screeching and screaming about it, but I'm in the driver's seat here, so you're gonna have to deal with all of that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Well, you could dance. Mence doesn't quite one hit with the flamethrower against the Celebi. I think this is. We could utilize Gengar. I don't think that this fella has Psychic, right? It's recover, Leech, HP Grow. Could be Psychic Blast. Could be. If it is, then you've clicked it, but to what end? And now I'll go to Salamence, and it looks like I'm up against a Charizard who I can defeat with my Tyranitar if I would like to, which I believe I will. I do believe I will do that, and it's possible we lose here to an unforeseen maneuver. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. The way we lose is a focus punch, and I miss Rock Slide, but it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that. Well, what do you know? This team has got an incredible success rate so far, doesn't it? Oh, indeed. We love Lanturn gaming. We love that. The fans can't get enough of it. I can't make the fans shut up about it. If I wanted to, I can't make them shut up. We're going to eat of the apple rematch. Rematch here. Okay, we know that this is Magdug gaming with Suicune Snorlax. It's the worst nightmare for many gamers out there. We know Lanturn isn't really very useful in the matchup. I'm actually going to throw out a Surf. I didn't think that was happening. I was just sort of checking the waters. And we actually got pretty significant chip on a Heracross right there. Rock Slide trying to catch the Skarmory or the Salamence. I think I'm happy to just click Surf again. I've perished, but I think I've made good headway in the game of life, you know? In the game of life, I think we're ahead in many ways. Alright, this team did not have a Swampert, right? I'm gonna just throw out a flamethrower. Alright, I'm gonna go Gengar on this. Curse. There was no... This one did not have a Pursuit Tile, so I think it's probably Shadow Ball on the guy. The fella has Shadow Ball, I would believe. I'm of the belief that this is going to have Shadow Ball on it. In that case, doesn't Tyranitar kind of defeat it? A Will-O-Wisp would be pretty good here, because we could boom afterwards, get Tar in, and then we're very well poised. There's a Suicune in the back. We're going to be wary. There's also a Doug Trio. There's a Doug Trio, so be careful of that. I think I will simply do this. And I will layer up. There's a rare opportunity to get multiple layers of spikes in this matchup, which I will take because I know there's a Magneton waiting for me in the back, and I have just been punished for my human greed right here because it might be worth the 3 layers anyway. It might be worth it anyway, I'm going to be honest. Even though that sounds crazy, I think it might be worth it anyway. Alright. We gotta make sand. And it's possible I've thrown here in a big way, but let's go meta and we'll mash you. Okay, now I'm happy with where I am. Doug is gonna get a KO. Maybe I live actually. No, not quite, but okay, Magneton, Suicune. And who is it again? Use your mind, Jimothy. Brain Blast. Brain Blast. Who was the last again? Suicune, Magneton, and somebody good. Somebody fun. Oh boy, I've forgotten entirely. I think Dragon Claw is... Yes! I didn't even remember it was Salamence, but look at me now. Look at where I've gotten from this. Look at where I've ended up in this life. Okay, does this fella even have Ice Beam? I'm honestly doubtful. I feel like your Rest Talk, you got to be mono attack Rest Talk guy. So do I HP Grass here? It's pretty good. Okay, are you... Okay. I think you're clicking Rest right now. I think that's all you can do. Because I think that Surfing doesn't make any sense. Calm Mind, again, doesn't make any sense. Because you're in range of a 2-hit. So I think what I want to do... I'm not in a great spot, to be honest. We might be getting defeated by Suicune here, but... I have a plan. I think this is just normal Gengar, but we've imported it anyway. What you do is you go to Gengar right now. Thunderbolt. Hope that they don't get the 1 in 3. Can they even one-shot? No, they can't even one-shot. So this is actually great. This is a great line here. We're in a spectacular position. We're going to T-Bolt here. Get a bit of chip in the books. And we know last is a Magneton. We know that for a fact. Now I blow up. For a measly 37. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This is not modest Rest Talk. This is, this would appear to be defensive. Oh dear. Okay. Now things have changed. Because I don't think that... Okay, wait. Can two HP grasses can probably get there. You're 1 turn asleep. 1 sec. Are you waking up? Have I deleted your sleep talk turn? Because I think that maybe once I switch a guy in, that sleep talk turn will tick down. You know what I mean? The sleep ticker will go. It'll go. I don't know if I erased your turn in the way I think I did. I think I did, actually. Turns asleep 1. I think you're not waking up. Okay, okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fantastic. We're fantastic. Snorlax can come in. And in many ways we are... This all hinges on the Snorlax interaction and what happens and its consequences and all of that kind of stuff. It's got slamming on it. It's got... Which is good and bad because it's less damage, but it can para, and a para will be our undoing. Brick Break doing 34. Okay, Doug wants to Rock Slide me. Doug wants to Rock Slide me right here, which... Wasn't this the slowest Doug in the world? It wasn't slower than... It was slower than Gengar, but it wouldn't be slower than Salamence. That would be crazy talk. So this guy might Earthquake my Tyranitar switch in, or they might straightforwardly Rock Slide me. You know what? I have checkmate, I think. Because I think if you do this, I can simply dance twice and be triumphant in any event. Correct? This is Triumph. I still have a Lumberry as well. I don't even need to risk a Rock Slide miss. That was just a win in the books. Guaranteed. Boy, do we love Gen 3 OU, don't we, folks? This is a fun format to play. Isn't it just fun every day? And now we're back to searching. And we don't know what we're searching for, but I think I'm searching for a good time. Where I get to play Gen 3 and click buttons. And the opponent joins me on our little foray into a beautiful battle. Poke Trainer 77767 is my opponent today. I think I could Skarm on this. That's what Hclat said to do. Hclat said go Skarm in the face of Salamence because they're probably scared of Ice Beam in their exit, and then you get a good opportunity to make a layer, which it seems we have engineered. I could get blasted here, but I think I would live one. And it would appear that Tyranitar has punched me. I'm going to go Metagross. Well, what do you know? It's a defensive switch to Skarmory, allowing a layer opportunity. What an intriguing concept. I'm going to go to my Taunt Skarm, who is... I'm poised to achieve value. Value is on the way. I'm going to click a Roar here, just to sort of see where we stand as a people. Okay, are you gonna do the classic move of earthquaking my incoming Metagross? Is that the kind of gamer that you are? You're actually gonna miss Rock Slide. I'm so sorry to you. I apologize deeply. I apologize for that. I think I would have lived one, so it was a mid-ground by me, but still, unfortunately, that would have been a lot of chip damage. We're going to click Raw here. We're getting Spike's chip. That's beautiful to see. I love to see that. Salamence has reared its head. Hello. Okay, how long am I really preserving this Skarmory? I think not long. Likely a mixed Salamence based on the revealed team. Sort of a Fradazi sort of team with the offensive Celebi, Leech, 3 attacks Celebi, I presume. Fradazi always talks about the Hydro Pump Salamence. I don't know if this necessarily is. It doesn't really make a difference towards anything, but something to think about. I think it's probably speedier than my Salamence, which is creeped down to 280, with an interesting EV spread on it. I'm not 100% on what all these EVs are for, but I think the HP benchmark lets me live Ice Beam, which is very nice. Alright. Forgive me, you've done the Earl maneuver, and I think that's within your rights. But I'm thinking, and I'm this with my rights too, to think a little bit. Earl wasn't 100% correct on that. Sometimes you do need to ponder what to do, like in a complex position such as this. I think I'm probably just sacking Skarm. I don't love the idea of switching in anywhere. We get blasted. That's fine by me. I would think that Gengar is pretty excellent here. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that Gengar's looking pretty fantastic? We'll throw out a Wisp. We will throw out a Wisp. And Tyranitar is hit. This could be Pursuit. No, sorry, it's got Punch. It's not Pursuit at all. It's not true at all. Would they call me crazy and like write stories about me and like maybe Mr. Frodo would pick up the pen and then sort of put it down again? If I were to go to Lanturn in this instance, would that be truly unthinkable? Would it be unthinkable to go Lanturn here? I mean, consider the crowd and consider what the crowd thinks. I've considered it. I've pondered everything. We're going Lanturn. On this burned Tyranitar Rock Slide, we're taking a measly 27. And it would seem that I am faster, as predicted. I think we're inviting in Celebi right now. I think Celebi's dreaming of an entry point. And on a note like that, I think I'm going to Salamence. Here. Well, okay, a different thing happened. An earthquake was invited, and guess what? It was invited to the party, and no one was there to see it happen. I think there's a Mixed Mets moment right here. I think it's a Mixed Mets moment. Mixed Mets is now in prime position. The opposing Salamence was buffeted. I repeat. Listen, Lanturn, I think that the extent of your worth has been reached. You are now mere stepping stone for Gengar Sif to hit the field and achieve guaranteed success in this position where nothing is good for the enemy. There's nothing good for you. I think I can carry this to a victory, folks. I think victory's in my grasp. Never say never, though. Aerodactyl's frightening. An Aerodactyl... A powerful Aerodactyl maneuver could put me back in the bin. Certainly. The biggest threat to me is Aerodactyl. Because my Metagross, it's a little bit vulnerable to the spike. I don't have any Protect users. And I am a little bit... If Metagross gets chipped into the point where it is facing certain death, then we might be in trouble. Then we might be in a spot of trouble. It is the aforementioned Aerodactyl. Bit of a 50-50 here, wouldn't you say, folks? Wouldn't you agree? I think that you could say something about going Tyranitar here, because Tyranitar could be just a sacrificial mid-ground. I don't actually think Tyranitar is the... Tyranitar could win me the game, but it's a little bit hard to engineer a Dragon Dance situation. The Skarm is full health. Aerodactyl outspeeds it after a dance. I don't know if... But if I come in on a Rock Slide here, it's a pretty decent position. It would preserve a little bit of health on Metagross. And if you Earthquake... Okay, now we can go Metagross if we want, but I'm a little bit frightened of the Skarmory entry. So we'll sack Tyranitar here. We might have to do a maneuver. We're not as solid as I thought we were. Aerodactyl's a big problem. It's a big problem. I don't know if the opponent will predict this. If they do, if you stay in Rock Slide here, it's a brilliant move, and I will admit defeat. Poke Trainer, I think you have it in you to make a move like that, Poke Trainer. I can respect a player like Poke Trainer. I think I overestimated Tar's bulk there, and I thought I could stomach 2 Rock Slides. I was wrong. I was a bit worried about the possibility of Metagross losing its luster. But my double was successful. We successfully did it. And Gengar is as threatening as the arrow to my opponent here because nothing comes in. Celebi has been thrown to the birds. Okay, so Gengar is this set which can live 1 Rock Slide. It could be worth it for the scout, you know? Because we would know for certain that my opponent has not clicked Earthquake. And I can get Gengar again. And Salamence... Okay. So actually... The reason this is rough... Alright, I'm gonna just go Metagross this time. You Earthquaked that time. Oh boy. I think I'm done, actually. I think we're finished. I think we're finished. If I stayed with Gengar there, I would have been a hero. It was a 50-50 there. Regrettably. It's got to be Gengar in. And we... Well, we use Thunderbolt because that's the move. And you've now chipped me into range of Rock Slide, haven't you? You've gone and done it. Now you could miss Rock Slide. You didn't. I got beaten there. I got beaten. There's no chance of winning because I'm slower than the enemy Salamence. Even in my best case scenario. It all came down to that one turn and I was simply incorrect. I didn't go Metagross ever and then they caught the one time I did. I was so concerned about going Metagross the whole time. And the one time I did, you got me. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. But thank you for watching. I'll end it there. I have to go. That was a very successful showing for Lanturn Gaming. Very good. Very fun. Very fun stuff. Fun team. It's an interesting set. Hclat talked about how it enables good Skarm entry points on turn 1. And with a Taunt Skime, you can get the ball rolling and output aggression very well. I felt that that was correct. That's true. That's quite true. And the team... I won't say Aerodactyl's a bad matchup, but you can see there I was struggling a little bit with... You know, conventional teams that run Protect and more sturdy rock resists than this are not going to be in as many shambles as this one is, but that's not to say that you cannot handle Aerodactyl, but you're probably having more struggles against Aerodactyl than most other teams, I think. Anyway, I'll see you later, folks. This is epic.